Good morning, breeders. Today is Sunday, June 18th, your weekly update. We lost 2 pigeons this week. They're just flying around the house here. They didn't come back. We're at 312 now out of 334. That puts us at missing 22 pigeons from what was sent in. Okay, everything is looking good. I went through this morning, and the last birds that came in, I went through, and they've already dropped their third flight, and some of them have the third already poking in. The longer days here, this time of year, they're really like going through the molt very fast. I went through, got all those, and got the 9th and 10th out of those pigeons. Out of all the ones that pulled, they were all dry feathers, which is perfect, exactly what I want. There'll be no problems with growing in the 9th and 10th. You can figure 6 weeks from today. We're mid-June. I'm looking mid-July. The birds should really be up and flying good with good wings on them. By August 1st, everybody should be through the molt and they have full wings, and everything is going according just to what the plan I had laid out for the timeline. I'm really happy about that. Health is just still unreal. The birds that are through the molt and have gotten slicked up really look good. They're on a high-fat diet right now. They're really, some of them, when you pick them up, that pigeon's not going to fly far. He's going to have some exercise to get him back down to the weight where he can start training. And I'll handle that as we get closer up to the time of training. I'll change their diet up and get them all in shape and really flying before we start doing any road training. Yesterday, since we're kind of getting that time of year, it's not much. Yesterday I made a video of what I do every morning here at the loft. It's a little long, but I condensed 6 hours down into 26 minutes, I think. You guys, I'm going to attach that to the back of today's video, and you guys can watch that and see exactly what your birds are being fed, what their grit, what their water, everything goes on every morning, and it's just a routine that I've got now where I come in every day, and that's what I do. We had 5 or 6 birds yesterday that didn't come in with the flock, and I kept them in on Friday. It was kind of cloudy out, and I didn't let them out, and I fed them real heavy, and then we turned them loose yesterday, and we had 5 or 6 birds that just stayed out all day. I think the last one came in at 7 o'clock or something like that, and where he's been out all day long, sitting in somewhere around here. So today, when I got up this morning, it was gloomy again. It turned out to be a beautiful day, but I've already fed the pigeons. I'm not going to turn them loose today. I am going to put some bath pans in here when we get done making the video, and let all the birds take a nice bath today, relax around the loft, and then we'll be back to the loft flying hopefully again tomorrow, depending on the weather. Other than that, everything is beautiful here. I'm having a blast. I want to thank all the breeders who entered birds. I'm really having a good time doing this. This is probably the most excitement and fun that I've had in 10 years of flying pigeons. I mean, I always do my thing with my own birds, but actually handling everybody else's birds and seeing the kind of quality that the rest of the country has that's sent in here, I'm just impressed. I've never been one to buy pigeons. I took a different approach with working and paying your daily bills. I just couldn't bring myself to drop a couple grand on a top pigeon. So I went a different route, and I learned how to adjust my building and my care system and all that so that I could get the most out of the birds that I already have. And that worked out really good for me, racing locally up and down the East Coast in different places I lived. And now to be able to handle birds from the top breeders in the country, I'm just really, I'm having a blast. I probably handle 30 to 40 pigeons every day. If I walk through the loft, one of them catches my eye, I pick him up. see what he looks like, feel the condition, see where his bolt's going through. Does he have enough weight on him? And I'm learning a lot, and I'm really having a good time. I just want to thank y'all for sending it in. We'll cut this off. I'm going to clip in the other video for the daily loft care. You guys can check that out also. And if there's anything that y'all want to see, shoot me an email or something and let me know, hey, can you do a little video or something like this? And I'll be more than happy to do it for you. It's kind of slow around here right now with feed, loft, fly, and then until we get to training now, we're pretty much at the end of the thing. I did get some hats made up with the Peach logo on it. If any of you guys would like a hat, and you paid and sent your birds in to race, let me know and I'll give you a hat for free, and just you have to cover shipping on it. If you didn't enter the race and would like one, they're $13.99, and I'll be sure and get one out to you. Okay guys, enjoy Father's Day. My daughter was here last week from Delaware and spent 4 days with me. I've already got my Father's Day gift, and I hope all you guys are enjoying it. Okay. Good morning, breeders. Today is Saturday, June 17th. I've been running out of things to say. We're at that time of the year where it's just birds are all here, loft flying. There's not much to really be doing. So I had a suggestion that I go through, show what the day-to-day process is. So I'm going to make a video of what goes on in the morning, and hopefully today and tomorrow get everything edited, and it can be added on to our weekly update. We moved everything into my garage. We got our laptop, the new Champ Plus from Unicon, holds up to 1,000 birds. We had to get a new clock. The other one's fixed. It's our spare. So last couple days been using this. First thing I do when I get up and come out is set up our Wing Companion page. It's only a few clicks and we're there. And we are clocked and ready, waiting for the birds to come in. I feed pure grain, pigeon feed, the sparkling clean feed, and there's some different feeds out there. I've used pure grain for a long time, probably mostly due to the fact that I'm originally from the Maryland, Delaware area, and it's readily available up there to make it in Pennsylvania. And I have a co-op farm store here that orders it in for me, so I can pick up the phone, hey, I need 10 bags, and ride 30 minutes and pick up 10 bags of fresh feed. I've already mixed up the feed for today. I got that can 10 years ago or so, and from weighing out feed over the years, one can feeds 25 pigeons, and that's how I weigh out the feed. There's 314, 312, something like that. It changes every day. So I mix up enough feed for 300 birds, and that's what they eat every day. And that's a full bucket. And in the next couple hours, they'll all that'll be gone. Okay. First thing we need to do is I let the birds out every morning. If it's a nice day. Let's see if we can get set up here. Now, the birds, they're not being forced to fly or anything. A lot of them are flying good every day now. Some of them are starting to get their wings. Other ones, they're still in the molt. They don't really feel like flying too much. But I'm not pressuring the birds. If they want to fly, they can. If they want to just sit on the building and relax, they're welcome to do that also. I bought there's the look at the outside. I have the traps closed right now. That way they're all out. Once we get them all out of the building, I'll do my daily feed and clean. And then I usually try and give the birds at least 1 hour. Usually it's an hour and a half before I let them back into the building to eat. All right, let's see if we can get it set up here. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this sit out here so you guys can watch the birds come out as I get them all out of the building. Okay guys, all the birds are out. You can see there's probably 75 or 80 that are flying. As they go on, they'll take small groups, and some of them are out, some of them won't. But they will all get there. Okay, let's go inside. Have it set up in here. These are what I use for waterers. They're basically a 5-gallon bucket. It's got holes cut around the bottom. It sits on a platform, keep it up for dirt, and then we set a 1-gallon water in there. Right now the birds are drinking about 6.5 to 7 gallons of water a day. We have 3 sets of jugs like that. They get filled several times each morning. All the jugs. There's still about a half a gallon of water left in each. Set these up here temporarily out of the way. Now we're having a communal hallway. I like to clean it every morning before we feed. And that way the birds aren't eating any nasty stuff. In the Georgia weather here, grit doesn't last long. If you put grit down, a couple hours later, it's already soaked up all the moisture. And I found if you use these old clay pots for pick stones, they don't seem to absorb the moisture. So every day the birds get fresh grit, I'll put about a ½ inch or so in these and then sprinkle some minerals on top. And that's what they get for the grit every day. Okay, I got both the hallways straight. What's great is kind of easy way to clean up all the dry food. These are our feeders, 4 foot long, 3 inches wide, 1.5 feet. Put 2 in this hallway, 2 in the other hallway. I only feed the birds once a day. That's usually about 9 or 9:30 every morning. That's right about the time birds will be driving back from training. Once that starts, it's worked out good for me. Okay. Alright, got the hallway clean, feed trays are in place. Now we'll get the water ready. Here, get a view of this. Okay, I use a lot of products. By the way, this is no endorsement or anything like that. It's just what we use every day to water. In every gallon of water they get, we put one of the little scoops in Castle's Acidifier Plus. This is my first year using this, and I think it's a pretty good product. So each gallon gets one of those little scoops. That's probably a half a teaspoon or a quarter teaspoon, and then they get 1 teaspoon Pigeon Boost from Pro Vital. Get it by the big tub. It's a little cheaper. That gives them all kind of minerals, vitamins, amino acids, good gut bacteria, acidifies the water. We have a whole bunch of these gallon jugs. They're pretty easy to get at any farm store. And with using the 5-gallon buckets, it works great for not getting soiled in the water. And every other day I rotate the jugs, clean the set, rotate. Usually 2 days a week. I'll give out a break on using it, and we use a rooster booster, vitamins, electrolytes with good gut bacteria. It's fairly cheap. Doesn't take much, and the pigeons drink it up pretty quick. Just to make sure they're getting any possible vitamins, minerals, whatever they could possibly need. I don't know if you can hear those things running on the roof, but it gets loud here. They're up top running around this tent. Okay, our water's ready. Here's what we use for grit. We use 2 of these little clay pots. About a quarter of the way full. They won't consume that much grit today. And then we use Global's mineral bit. It's just some pink minerals. Do not sprinkle that on top of the grit. Just a teaspoon or so. I'll put 3 gallons in. That starts a day. When they finish eating, they'll drink those 3 gallons. I'll fill them up again. That'll be 6 gallons. And by the time all the birds are in and ate, those will be gone. And then I leave for work every day at 2:30. So about 2 o'clock, I'll come back and fill all the jugs up again. And that's working pretty good right now. When I come out in the morning, there's about a half a gallon left in each jug. As we get into the summer heat, I may have to put another bucket or 2 in here to keep water on. Alright, let's go bring the feed in. Okay, let's get a look around here. So we have 2 feeders, grit cup in the middle, 3 gallons of water, and then the same headed out. 2 feeders, grit cup in the middle. Now we put a can in each feeder. That way it doesn't knock over the top. They don't spill it. They'll come in and eat it pretty quick. That's enough for 100 birds. It will take 3 times, and this whole bucket will be done. And that way, I don't have early birds that are coming in and getting picking through the seeds. I want all the birds to have an opportunity to get some of each seed. Just lined up across the thing. Still got a few flying. Now after all the birds are fully molded, everybody's got full wings, I'll start pushing them around the loft a little bit, getting them up, getting them flying, and I'll change their diet up a little bit where they'll want to fly. They won't be so fat and heavy. Okay, we'll stop this and we'll go to the next one where they're coming in. One other thing I wanted to mention, as far as feed goes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday they get the Pro Bottle 5-star energy oil on the feed, along with Castle Products Young Bird Developer. 3 days a week. It calls for using a little more than that, but with having 300 pigeons, having to mix all that feed, it's 3 days a week I think is plenty. And the little bit of extra oil and the vitamins will do them a lot for coming through the molt and that kind of stuff. Alright guys, it's 9:30 now, Saturday morning. The bird's been out for an hour and a half. There's still a few flying, but most of them for the most part came back and landed. Everything is ready to fill. Food, fresh water, fresh grit. Sections are all open so you can get back into the perch. I don't know if you noticed, every day it seems to be a bird missing, and then he's back the next day. It's the initial group that comes in. When personally pile in, if one bird even hesitates for a second, 2 jump over top of them and come right in the building. I've tried lowering my door down like 3 times already, lowering it down by a ½ inch to make them where they have to come in single file. I'm probably going to lower it here again this weekend, get it where they can only come in single file. Alright, I'm going to leave the camera set up in here and we'll start calling them in. You guys can watch them come through the traps to get down for food. Come on, up. guys, they're not quite ready to come in. They were locked in the building yesterday. It was kind of a gloomy day, and they're taking advantage of today being out. Come on, hip, hip, hip. All right, we'll see if we can get this added in. Okay, guys, it's about 11:15, and I think we got 305 out of 312 have came back in. They've cleaned up all the food. I just filled up the feeders. When we get down to the last, I remove 2 and just leave 1 feeder on this side of the water jugs and 1 feeder on this side. There's about a can left in each, and the birds will pick on it through today. We've got another there. It's like 306 or something. Come on, hip, hip. That's how it's done every morning here. We go through, birds all look good, they're all fat, healthy. Come on, hip, hip, hip. I've already filled the wooders up for the second time. We'll have about another hour and a half or so, and I will come back in and fill them up a third time, and that should be it for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. That's what goes on every morning here at the Peach Classic, and I'm really enjoying handling everybody's bird, taking care of them, and I'm getting a wealth of knowledge. Let's see if we get this last one in. Come on, hip, hip. Come on. Go in there and get something to eat. He's panting a little bit. He's been flying. Come on, hip. And he's in. I think there's still 5 or 6 probably sitting around somewhere, but they'll be in here for too long, and then we'll be done for the day, and then I will be doing the same thing tomorrow morning and the next morning. All right, guys.